throwing it. And you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Arch Madness. Fires to the wideout. Caught, it's Wingo. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Longhorns, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. And the RPO got him. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Now here's Manning. Finds his big tight end. Breaks free and he might be gone. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Well, it feels like everybody else on offense has been getting some in the passing game this drive. Finally, they get the tight end going, too. He's like, dude, I'm good, and I'm open. Throw me the ball. And that's exactly where their quarterback goes. He's feeling it right now. He's distributing the football to a bunch of different people. And the defense right now, they have no idea who's getting it next.
A first down run in the red zone.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Arch is going to throw for it. Oh, pressure's coming. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
And this has been a really good first drive, man. You talk about scripting the first however many plays. It's different for all the coordinators. Nice drive down the field. Now set up in a third down situation. Let's stay aggressive. Let's capitalize on this momentum and not try to kick these field goals because, you know, kicking field goals sometimes down the road can come back to bite you.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone, he makes those throws in his sleep.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Good, right down the boulevard. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And on this opening drive, the D gave up some yards, but that's okay. They buckled down when they needed to. They forced the field goal, keeping the home crowd still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football.
And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move them back. Looking to throw, it's Washington. Fires into traffic, it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Longhorns! The defense takes matters into its own hands. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Makes a catch. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
And the Nittany Lions with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Peoples. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Nittany Lions come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Quarterback keeper. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Washington. Out wide left, it's Martin. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback, playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
Quarterback changing the play. Pulls it. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Right side, it's Peoples. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. He'll take it himself. Breaks into the open. Past the 30. The 20. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the fourth down to keep the drive going.
You know, the risk on defense on 4th and short, putting all those guys close to the line of scrimmage, is that if the offense creases you, it's going to be an explosive play, and that's exactly what happened. They weren't able to stay in all of their gaps, and the offense breaks off an explosive run on 4th and short.
Looks as if he's going to run it. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And I'm not surprised that they're giving him a touch early in this football game, too, because you've seen it throughout the season. Like, they trust their QB to run the football, especially in big-time situations. We'll see that throughout this football game. But he's already over 500 yards. Like, that's really good. So he's a weapon that they will use throughout the football game.
He's changing the play. Moves the pocket. It's Washington. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, you could tell he was locked in. And plays are meant to go to certain guys, but sometimes you got to get back, you got to read the defense, and make a different decision if they play the right defense. And right there, that was one of those times.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
And he's going to bring this one out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. Need to get a tutty up on the board here to extend that lead, David.
And I think you definitely want a touchdown, but if you put another long drive together, get points, multiple possessions in a row, start to let those body blows add up and wear this defense out.
Throws for the tight end. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. And the Longhorns headed quickly to the line. They'll give it to Joyner. Turning it on. He's at the 30. Inside the touchdown, Texas. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And that is how you finish with a 54-yard touchdown run. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking for a man. It's Washington. Tight end finds a soft spot. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. They've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Left side is Howard. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Out wide right, it's Harris. Makes the grab in their space. Smashes ahead. Run Lions after the long game, but they've got it now first and goal.
Man, that is exactly how you execute an RPO. Like, quick read, get the ball out of your hand, get it to your receiver in space really quickly, on target, and you can make big plays. They made that RPO look so smooth and so effortless.
Just going to keep it after the snap. He is denied, and it'll be second and goal. They want to run this quarterback. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they close it to 17-10. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he's not going to take the touchback. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. With the draw, it's Smothers. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. The Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Wide receiver going in motion. Out wide left, it's Harris. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Sets his feet. It's Washington. Throws to the wideout. Right side, it's Harris. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
The Nittany Lions have pushed it inside the 20. Fresh set of downs going up top. Got out of trouble and throws. That ball came out a little late, and it was almost picked off.
And that was another ball thrown in harm's way. And this young man, he already has one interception. That was almost a second. Just playing a little bit loose with the football. Let's make sure we get that dialed in. We can't make those mistakes. Hard to win games when you make big mistakes.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Running inside, it's Martin. They get him stopped, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. Absolutely perfect. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, thanks. Welcome into the Week 11 version of the EA Sports College Football Update Show as we inch closer to bowl season. We start with Notre Dame taking on the number 3 team, the UCLA Bruins. And it's the Fighting Irish coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. This team is now red hot. 3 consecutive victories and one of the most convincing offensive showings we've seen in a long time.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
They'll go to the counter. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Sets his feet. It's Washington. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions, but he sees zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Delayed handoff. It Smothers. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. And the Longhorns are in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Out wide right, it's Wingo. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. The Longhorns come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. To throw, Manning. Looking to the big tight end. Left side is Terry. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To throw, it's Manning. Turns it upfield. 7-yard pickup on that one is now 2nd and 3. Here comes 2nd down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. Going to work in the air, it's Manning. Right side, it's Lockett. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Manning trying to quiet this crowd. Wideout trying to get it in. Touchdown, Longhorn! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Timeout taken here by the Nittany Lions. That'll be their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Penn State's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Could not make his way to the corner.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
And guys, that completion might have helped the old confidence, but it didn't help the down and distance. 2nd and 10 here. To the air, it's Washington. Rush right in his face. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman in a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Here's Arch to throw. He tries to take the top off. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Good awareness by the defense. In this situation on the field, you know there's coordinators that like to try to take shots deep down the field and catch you napping, but the defense was ready for that one.
Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on 3rd down. Now here's Manning. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. On 4th and 9, the offense will stay on the field. Manning to throw for it on 4th. Lets it go for the end zone. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Look out! They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
The Nittany Lions now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Quick give. It's Martin. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the 3rd quarter comes to a close. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Hits inside, it's Smothers. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. And the Longhorns want to pick up the tempo.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Manning to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! That score pushes us out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Nittany Lions will get things going as their offense heads out to the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take it. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Great place to start for this offense. Handoff to Joyner. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now. The Longhorns trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. A run for the quarterback. Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourself. And now listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red zone.
Can the defense stop him again on 2nd and goal? Quarterback will keep it. Touchdown, Longhorns! And the beatdown has ensued. That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
At the 40, there he goes. And that was a huge run that almost went to the house. The defense kept him from scoring. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Washington. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. He'll take a deep shot here. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Breaks through, it's Joyner. There he goes!
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
Manning. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Runs through the tackle. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Out wide right, it's Joyner. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Here's a give to Joyner. Just a gain of 2, and now they're looking at 3rd and 8. And the Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up. Throwing Manning. Under pressure. Oh, that slithered right through his fingers and would have been his 2nd interception of the game. Instead, it's 4th down.
And the offense comes up short on 3rd down, but I'll tell you what, they've still had a good day. There's so many positives to point to. I'll be interested to see if they go for it here on 4th down. They don't have to. They got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, shown a variety of...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. 4th down, Manning. They're all over him. Looking for a deep man. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down.
I just continue to be impressed watching this guy play. Good decision-making, very accurate. He's obviously got a lot of talent surrounding him, so no surprise with that last completion. He's now over 3,000 yards on the year.
Takes the easy throw in the flat. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a 1st down in the red zone.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
In the red area, it's Joyner. Headed to the end zone. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Drops back. It's Washington. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
2nd and long here. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Another incompletion on third down.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number one for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive...
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Unloads to the wideout. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
Well, it's been that kind of day for the offense, and this quarterback specifically. They've had their chances. They've had opportunities throughout the course of the game to get some pitches and catches and make some explosive plays, just not able, though, to hook up. And you saw it on that fourth down play right there. They're trailing by a lot of points because those are the throws you've got to make if you're going to win games like this, and they just have not been able to get it done.
I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a